I'll be back on in a bit to do a little bit more baiting and tell you my versions of why we're here. But we've got a special guest. His first time up, his first time doing a public speech. Most of you have seen videos. He's been banged on. He's just come along with us. He's just took sides. He's always said that he's independent. I'd like you to introduce you to Bossman, Davey J. Good afternoon!
I just got to sort this out, it's all on paper, so I can't do both. At the same time. I stand here today and I'm proud. Proud of what I'm seeing here. Massively, massively proud. I see real people, patriotic people, standing up for their rights, their liberties, and their freedoms. There have been battles fought in the past for our country, and I know another is well on its way. This battle depends on the survival of our British way of life and our culture as a nation and as a people. Don't be fooled. This has been going on since 1973. The government has signed treaties over the supply of oil to give our land to the Muslims. Even as far back as then, they guaranteed massive Muslim immigration over oil. So as you can now see, this is much more serious than you people even can imagine. They make their filthy claims of liberty and righteousness, and all the while they look upon the face of the general public with loathing and disgust. To the government we mean nothing. We are just a common man, the dirt on their boots. But they have made this mistake many, many times before, and we will show them the iron and steel beneath British flesh. We will show our strength and indestructible spirit to the fighting soul that has won our nation's freedom from tyranny over and over and over and over. Let's just have a look at what's going on here. We're told we've got 2.5 million Muslims in England, when it's closer to being 6 to 10 million. That's right, we're all being kept in the dark, and they're lying to us on a daily basis. The path towards a better tomorrow stretches out before us, towards a future in which the people of this country come together as one, towards a future where our civil liberties are given back to us, towards a future where the people of this country come first. But our journey together must cross a wilderness of hatred and bigotry, a landscape of lies seeded by the venom of our enemy. Our foe knows us, he fears us, but we must not underestimate him. They say freedom go to hell. I say more freedom! They say UK go to hell. I say Sharia law go to hell. History does not long entrust the care of freedom to the weak or the timid. We shall not suffer the irresolute and spineless members of the political parties to dictate our future. For years they have spread the lie of a multicultural society being beneficial. For years they have preached to us that we are the racists, the fascists, the problem with society. Are we really though? How can we be classed as racist if we speak out against a multiracial ideology? A so-called religion of peace that are killing and causing mayhem across the globe right now. It's not racist to want to honour our forefathers who fought for our freedoms against a similar enemy. There is an agenda that's being pushed through the schools, the colleges and workplaces in our land, and it's governed by the EU. They think they can control you, your kids and grandkids' future by softening up the British backbone with false rules for everything, and then think that that will make us weak. The number one problem they have overlooked in our history: we are a strong, free, patriotic nation that will stand for what is right. Even when we are beaten, we will still fight on. No surrender. The government trying to stop this type of patriotism with laws to keep us quiet. They keep it covered up and expect us to do what we are told. But things change. We know this, but we're taught what is right and what is wrong. When a minority can get what they want because the EU says we have to do it, then I say we need out to control our own land. In a government where they feel the need to change the treason laws so they won't get the rope themselves, what more can we expect? Tony Blair opened our borders to mass immigration, and now 10 years on we suffer. We suffer as constant promises are made. They say they'll increase the NHS funding, and all the while people go without treatment.
Exactly, yeah, I know that.
They'll say they'll aid those on benefits, yet people go without work. They say they will pull the homeless people off our streets and give them a home, yet nearly 1 million people go without housing. Immigration has killed our country! And they will tell you the exact opposite of what I'm telling you now. They will lie to us. But we can see through their lies. We can all see through their lies, and they are wrong. We watch and we wait, we listen to every lie they tell us. We know their tactics, and we are ready. The problems we face as a nation are much deeper than you can imagine. Alongside the EU and our government stands another threat: the media. Someone once said that if you tell a lie long enough consistently, people will eventually believe it. This is the media and the government all over. They think we're ignorant and stupid. The media constantly reports on celebrity news and international affairs, but which have no meaning to us, constantly pushing an agenda, constantly pushing an opinion, seated firmly on the left, manipulating the views of the general public. Those of us lucky enough to be immune to their control cannot stand their lies. And it amazes me how much they can get away with such treasonous crimes against us. The proof is right in front of us, as we saw last week with the arrest of Paul Weston for reciting one of Winston Churchill's churches in our country. One of the greatest prime ministers that ever lived. This surely is proof that now we have Sharia enforcers. That's right, Sharia enforcers, not police officers, Sharia enforcers. And they have been told to leave these people alone. Why do you think the likes of Angel and Saiful and Abu and all the rest of these people are left alone on our streets and we're arrested for opposing them? No arrests on that side at all. We are in fact already under Sharia law to some extent. We are being discriminated against over free student loans, interest, and we are refused the same. So who is discriminated against who here, exactly? Over 80% of all the meat in the UK is now halal. Where are the animal rights activists? There they are! Over there! That's right, the communists, the unwashed, grooming gangs are going undetected all over this country, and no cry of a racist crime or that it's Muslims committing this crime. The media and Sharia enforcers would have you believe they are Asian to not awaken the masses. We are already awake! They are breeding us out of existence, and that's their plan. If we can act now, we can stop it, so that our children will be safe and free, and their children also. But if we do nothing, then the whole country and all that we have known and cared for will sink into the abyss of a new dark age, made more sinister by the likes of Anjim Chowdhury, Saiful and Abu, all the hate preachers in our country at the moment. We need to come together as a people that will once again stand up for what we know is right in our hearts. We are united against the injustice of our government, united for the return of our civil liberties, united under the flag of freedom, the Union Jack, united against those who would seek to rid us of our rightful place in this nation. We are a proud, patriotic people, not racist or fascists. We're patriotic, proud people. We have men and women of all backgrounds and ages, united right here by the fear of losing the country we have fought so hard to preserve. We need all groups and every patriot to unite and fight for our country and freedoms. Without unity, we are fighting a losing battle. One day, very soon, the people of this country will say, and I quote, "This was their finest hour." Now, in these times of desperation and despair, I ask you for your fighting spirit, your support and your patriotism. Will you stand with us? Well, listen, I just want to say a big shout out to all the team behind the scenes at the moment that liaise with the police to get this going. A big thanks to all of you, all the English people, the proud, patriotic English people of this country. That's right. Till I die. So once again, a massive, massive shout out to each and every one of you. You are fantastic, beautiful people. Unlike the communists that stand over there. They don't understand. Only last night, I got told a little story last night about entering a communist pub. And within minutes, they were eating out of the EDL's hands. They didn't even know what halal food is. They didn't know about FGM. They don't know about anything that goes on, but still they want to oppose the people in this country that are standing up for something that we know is just and correct. I'm out of there. Oh, yeah. Shout out to the Welsh and Yorkshire! 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 Yorkshire!